So, folks, we gotta talk about RFK Jr. Because guess what? RFK Jr. is just straight up waging a war against children. There's not really another way to phrase it or to call it. Like, we talked about how RFK Jr. is targeting trans kids. They're even going after, like, companies that manufacture clothing that they think is unacceptable for kids to wear, and it's the same kind of clothing like people who lift weights wear. Like, it's genuinely crazy. They're like sending cease and desist letters for companies making like outfits that allow you to like compress your chest. Like, it's fucking nuts out there. Like, next step, they're going to be going after sports bra manufacturers, and I'm not even kidding. You can check out that segment if it's probably out by now on the YouTube. But we're not done with just like, oh, well, they're going after the trans kids. No, they're going after like all the kids. Here's one of the latest articles about what they're doing. That's the BRB screen. Here we go. US plans to stop recommending most childhood vaccines and defer to doctors. Now, this plan is not yet finalized, but I need to let you guys know that if the United States government stops recommending vaccines for children, a lot of kids are gonna die. A lot of kids are gonna die. Like a lot of them. Under RFK Jr., so far, there has been a 14,608% increase in the number of measles cases. Like that's huge. And that's without like dropping all of the vaccine recommendations. This is going to get a lot of kids killed. And it's not just going to get kids killed from people who are anti-vax, because it's also going to get kids killed who are from families that vaccinate their kids. But the prevalence of the illness will lead to more likely transmission to kids who have gotten the vaccine, or to kids who are immunocompromised because they have been born that way or have developed conditions that leave them more vulnerable to infection. And through no fault of their own, they're going to get killed by these parents who are anti-vax, and by this administration that is essentially trying to mainstream anti-vax rhetoric for no other reason than because it makes them money.
Lol, never forget the raw milk fiasco.
God, that was funny, Nathan. They drank raw milk and got sick. Is it gonna fuck up so many people? It is. Vaccine hesitancy has been rising to dangerous levels, and like, I mean, like the measles was almost eliminated in the United States. It's one of the most infectious diseases we know of, and this administration is like, yes, let's allow measles to spread. And the reason they do that, guys, is number one, because RFK Jr. is backed by a bunch of, nutritional supplement companies and woo spirit science bullshit companies that profit off of science denialism, right? Number one. But number two, they honestly believe that it's good for kids to die. And what I mean by that is that they buy into eugenics. It's just eugenics. They believe that healthier immune systems will survive in a more disease-prone environment, and that those with healthier immune systems are intrinsically more deserving of life than those who have weaker immune systems. It's disgusting. It is a vile resurrection of rhetoric commonplace in fascist regimes the world over. We saw it in Mussolini's Italy. We saw it in Hitler's Germany, and we are certainly seeing it in the United States right now. It is awful. It is horrible. And it's also worth mentioning that eugenics is a very American concept. It's riddled through our society in a number of different ways, and it's high time we started ripping it out root and stem, because it is a plague on our world, and it is killing people who have every right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to that end, I just want to highlight here real quick. This is Stand Up for Science. It's a wonderful organization of kind of a grassroots organizing of different medical professionals and scientists who have been organizing and pushing to impeach RFK Jr. And let's just hear what Dr. Olivia Richmond has to say.
I'm a doctor. Every day, there's news about how our science and healthcare infrastructure is being dismantled by MAHA, with RFK Jr. at its head. From shutting down rural hospitals to promoting medical misinformation to rolling back vaccine standards, Americans are likely to get sicker and sicker.
I'm a pediatrician, and I think about how RFK is making my job harder, how he's making it harder to keep diseases from spreading, how I have to treat more patients with less resources, and how my sickest patients are going to get younger and younger.
I'm a primary care doctor. It's not just kids that'll be affected, it's my elderly patients too. America's on track to have a historically large population of older adults retiring and needing care. With the damage that's being done to our public health infrastructure, they'll see their healthcare expenses go up along with their risk of disease.
I'm an emergency medicine physician, and when patients come to the ER, we triage them first before we can treat them. The same goes for our healthcare system. There's a lot wrong with our healthcare system, but we can't fix any of it when RFK Jr. is actively working to tear it down.
I'm an OBGYN, and I know that every day that the circus continues on, the worse it gets. And it doesn't just stop when RFK Jr. is gone. The cascading effects of policy change is going to affect generations.
We're doctors. We committed to do no harm.
And that means we have to call out harm when we see it.
Join us in the call to impeach RFK Jr.
There is not a moment too soon.
Go to standupforscience.net/impeach RFK Jr. to take action, sign a letter to endorse the articles of impeachment, and call your representative.
Courage is contagious. Share this video and stand with science.
So, if you are interested in taking action, here is a link to the Stand Up for Science website where you can learn more about what is going on. You can read how things are going, and you can take the steps necessary to throw your support behind impeaching RFK Jr. Now, you might say, as I see some of you in chat saying, well, there's no way they're going to do that. When the knives start coming out from members of this administration and from Republicans against one another, as I feel that they are imminently about to do, organizing in this manner is going to leave different members of the administration uniquely vulnerable to getting betrayed and kicked out. And one of the things we can do right now is try and weight that scale. And any kind of organizing towards opposing this administration is going to be helpful. I'm in neurology, and I've seen stroke patients die from COVID and flu because patient families refuse to vaccinate and wear masks. I'm sorry to hear that, Polaire. That sounds really fucking hard. So, I don't know. Look, there's no surefire guaranteed way to do anything, but I do know if we organize, we can win. So, I'm providing you a tool here that you can use to organize in this direction, specifically to oppose the forces that are trying to remove vaccines from children. So let's save some lives and organize in this direction. Let's get rid of RFK Jr. Let's do it. And if you got anything out of this, folks, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. Comments longer than 8 words generally help more in the algorithm for whatever reason. So just a useful piece of info there. And also, please consider organizing, not just with Stand Up for Science, but also with your local DSA, and radicalize your local Dems. Kick out those corporatists who are ruining our push for Medicare for all and who are trying to compromise the vision for a better America in the future. So, folks, let's get to work, huh?
I'm type 1 diabetic and autistic. My healthcare went up after the 2024 election. F MAGA, F MAHA.
Yeah, and Attack on Pony Productions, like, everyone's health insurance is going up. Mine went up, I think a couple $100s, and I feel lucky. Like, I feel lucky that I'm only being charged like, a couple $1,000s more for healthcare next year. But I know people whose health insurance went up like 6 or 7 times what they were paying last year. It's absolutely ludicrous. And the only reason it's happening is because the Trump administration enabled it. So we need to organize. Fuck MAGA and fuck MAHA as well. So, folks, one last thing. Check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. Also tested on cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. And it's non-tuck lingerie. And check it out. Link down in the doobly-doo. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, dating, plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat.